Obviously, when you give her the beans like that, she's a little bit more thirsty. The only time where it feels a little bit not totally organic is when you're kind of doing wheelies and really giving her the beans. Alright guys, let's give her the beans. But when you give her the beans, she definitely goes. There's that flat spot. So right there, you're giving her the beans, and even though you're giving her full beans with the throttle tube, the engine ain't giving you full beans. Give her the beans. Whoa. And she's got the beans, look, just comes up, no problem. Motor makes so much torque that it literally, you feel the G-forces. You feel this motorcycle putting you back in the seat when you give it the beans. You just turn traction control off, and then just give her the beans. And now we're spinning. Oh, we just did a little spin out. Alright guys, let's give her the beans. Give her the beans, and it's quick to forget those little gripes. Indians protecting you from yourself, not giving you full access to the beans even with TC off. Let's give her the beans. Love accelerating on this thing. When you give this bike the beans, here we are guys, giving her the beans. It is lean angle sensitive as well. So if you're going around a corner and you give this thing the beans, this thing definitely has some beans. Got the front wheels to chirp a little bit. Now we're giving her full beans. Turn off this simple TC system they have here. Alright, let's give her the beans. Alright guys, ABS off. There it is, off. Let's give her the beans and see what she does. Yeah, she does good. Look at that. Alright, let's give her the beans, see what she's got. Yep, she really is good. Alright guys, let's give her the beans. Yeah, she really is real good. But to be fair, we've been giving her the beans and we ride her pretty fast just because she's such a playful motorcycle. Anti-wheelie control off. Let's give her the beans, see what she does. And the handling's insanely awesome, and the engine has some good beans too, and it's light. Listen to that thing roar. God, this thing's got some beans to it. God, she goes. I love giving these bikes the beans. It's so fun. It's like, 'cause it's got that extra torque, but you still have to give it some beans for sure. Conversely, when you're giving this thing the beans, wide open throttle, without having to use the clutch, this boosts the acceleration feel when you're giving her the beans. 117 ponies at the rear tire. This thing has some serious beans, but this bike has a lot of beans and it can do better wheelies. You just have to execute a little bit better than I did. But if you're riding next to someone on an Africa Twin and they give it the beans, you're gonna hear that parallel twin roar. And I like a bike that has a lot of support when you're giving her the beans. The sound that this engine makes when you are giving her the beans. Let's give her some beans. But God, it sounds so awesome, and it has so much beans, it's literally insane. That was fun. Give her some beans for a second around clover leaves. That's what this motorcycle is designed for. It's got a nice guttural roar, so when you're giving her the beans, she sounds like a real motorcycle. I love the speedometer. I love the way the speedometer just sweeps to the right like crazy when you're giving this thing the beans. And that engine, let's give her some beans. Listen to that thing. Love giving this thing the beans. Get her in the right gear, give her some beans. Let's give this thing the beans, yeah. All right, let's give her the beans, guys. Give her the beans. Hear that shift pattern. Yeah, love this thing.